That is awesome. That that is awesome. That is super helpful. That's what I think about Kim. Kim and Home Pro County. It's like my freaking godsend. I'm like, look, I'm looking at these VTRs. I don't know anything about these VTRs, but I see that they look like they're complete on my end, but they're not complete on yours. He's like, this is what you need to do. You need to make sure that upload the file individually.
Thomas, you have to give me the capability to share too. Oops. There we go.
Is the account with your microphone active the one that you want to use to present?
That's the wrong one. That's my phone.
Okay, so the green one, I suppose, with MI, more of an iPhone than MD, is the one you're going to actively use?
There we go. Hold on, let me make sure I can hear you because I can't hear you.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
You know when I gotta switch off of this, it's not working.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, awkward.
I got you.
Okay, good. And the one you're talking through is the one you're going to use to present with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one I was gonna do the inspection on and share from that one too.
We can do that. Basically, did you look at the video that I sent over?
Yes, I did. I watched it in detail.
Okay. That's basically what we're looking to replicate as far as information. Again, Kurt kept it short and sweet to the point. I think it was informative. If you found any shortages in there as it pertains to the Austin market, so that we're starting from a position of approved permit, past plan review, and proceeding forward with the pre-created inspections that are listed out, and that's basically it.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Piece of cake. I've yet to ping Sun on our usernames and passwords for our clients moving forward. I believe that's going to come out on the 26th, not the 27th, to send out. So if there's a question on that, put a tentative date on the 27th to have everybody a username and password to.
Yep. Yeah, there seemed to be confusion on that in the last one. Like you told them, no, you're going to have to recreate it. And then Kurt told them something different. So like the 26th or the 27th passwords will come out.
Right. And the confusion was a misunderstanding. The companies have been created. The usernames and passwords have not. Once those are created and disseminated, they're welcome to build their team inside of V3.
Okay.
That's the confusion that I think we can be clearer about on this go around.
All right. Sounds good.
I appreciate you helping out on this, and I could definitely benefit from some inspector side training on V3 to make sure that I hit the ground running also. So
yeah, no worries. I was going to do both. That's why I put the phone in. So like I could show both sides of it. So on the phone, I can show the contractor side, which is never shown. So that's why I have it set. So that one just needs to be able to share. So at a certain point, and then I can go back and forth is the goal, that I can show the contractor's view and also what the inspector is doing on their side. So that's kind of what I was thinking about, because like what always happens, and what Kurt did again, is he showed the inspector side and then he kind of did a little brief thing on the contractor side. Really didn't do that much on the contractor side. So really the inspector side has nothing to do with your clients. It has to do with you.
Yeah, that's on me, and that's separate. So
yeah.
And I understand him showing them from our perspective. I'm I agree with you that they need to see things from their side, but also, as we did with the previous Florida side onboard transition, these are not uneducated folks. They have
Mhm.
used our software before, so we're not talking from rookies going forward. They are definitely participants in our system,
Mhm.
and everyone valuable. So
Mhm.
I don't want this to be any don't want this to be any reason why someone opts to find another option. So I
Absolutely. Are there any other options available yet out there?
People can have their own certified building professional or registered design professional, like an architect or engineer, take a class and sign off. There are 3 large organizations that do that,
Mhm.
that do about 20 to 30 pools a year.
Mhm.
We have attempted to connect with them, but have not been successful.
Cool. It won't
Just
let
fill
me
out.
turn on my video either. It says off. You can't start your video because the host has stopped it.
I have not. I've made you a co-presenter, so you should be able to um, make co-hosts. Yes. How's that work for you? The iPhone also.
There we go. There we go. Finally. There I am.
All right, and your iPhone has been promoted to panelist. Also, if you just confirm that, T-minus 5 minutes.
Okay, I just want to see if I can share.
You should be able to now. Promoted you now to a co-host. There it is.
Perfect. That's what I wanted right there. Sweet. So I can stop sharing that now. Let's see here. All right, so I'll only share that whenever that time comes. So,
Okay.
and it's already set, but I was also going to show how to oh, what happened? What did I do? I've done something now.
While you figure that out, I'll be answering the questions in the
Okay.
Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
I'll introduce you
Okay.
at the start, and I'll probably throw some softball questions at you too.
Okay. I wanted to take this thing. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. All right. I think I can handle it from there. It'll only be for a brief period of time where we show like logging into the app and maneuvering actually on a phone device. So cool.
The rest is going to be a shared screen on your other account. Walk them through like Kurt did, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's all ready to go too.
Yep.
Just do a quick test. Mine's a little bit different from his because I tried to set up an account that was inside of Kurt's company. I couldn't get it done in time. So I've got a couple of tabs on here that they won't have, like they won't have the Muni tab and they won't have the customers tab, but I'll talk through that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
All right. Well, if that's all we've got, I might bring Kim on, but she seems to be on an in-depth phone call. But if she's not jumping in on this, I'll just manage the questions, help field some answers. But
Sweet.
if without further ado, I'm going to start admitting attendees,
All right, cool.
and they'll be muted,
Yeah.
but just know that our chatter is not.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Afternoon, everybody. We'll be getting started in the next 2-3 minutes. Appreciate you guys coming in early and checking out. Again, this is the inspected V2 to V3 webinar, and we will be with you soon. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
And so can all of our attendees. Welcome, everybody, to the round 2, second Wednesday of our webinar, Wednesday, 2 o'clock, V2 to V3 transition for the Austin team. It's a mouthful, but we also have a lot of information to share with y'all. My name's, if we haven't spoken, my name's Thomas Yanis with Inspected. We are here in the Austin area with Kim Soriano, who's our executive account manager, and Marvin, who is our
What is he?
yeah, he's a permit project extraordinaire. He's been a building official in multiple counties in Florida and is well versed in the permit world and has helped us build this V3 platform. So there is a Q&A section at the very bottom of your Zoom webinar. It looks like 2 little bubble quotes. Kim and I will be fielding the Q's and the A's, while Marvin will be giving us a lot of answers and walking us through this new version of the software. If you do have any questions, please post them there, or if you'd like to speak and discuss, please raise your hand and we will address you as Marvin sets up. So without further ado, Marvin, take it away.
All right, guys. Thank you, Thomas, for the great introduction. Hopefully you guys can see my screen right now. I have the V3 platform up right now. I've already logged into it. Just a quick rundown on a few things. I know you guys haven't been in here yet, but I think Thomas had told me that your accounts would be coming out around the 26th or the 27th, so you could start getting your companies built out and ready to go. in the new platform. So right off the bat, it kind of functions exactly the same way as V2. Those of you who have been working in V2, you have these tabs on the side for projects, messages, your schedule, and also your users that you'll be building out. I have a couple of extra tabs in there because I work across multiple companies. But basically you'll have a projects tab, which will list, all of your particular projects. I'll take like one example. One of our clients that we have here in Florida is 30-day pools. And so you can see they have 4 projects in the system right now. And so we'll just kind of leave it right there for a minute. So under the projects, you can click to open an individual project at any time. Right over here on the right, you see the open tab, and you could click and it would take you into the individual project. Everything coming across clear, Kim, Tom?
Yeah, it's going fine. Marvin,
Okay,
just
fantastic.
one quick item. We will be porting over all your existing projects. So those will be carried over and you can continue the continuity of the projects in V3. Another aspect is you'll be changing the login web address from go.inspected.com to inspected.cloud. So you can see that top left corner.
Right
Please
there,
change
you
the
can see
bookmarks.
inspected.cloud.
Thanks,
Great
Marvin.
point, Thomas. Yep. Yeah, fantastic. So we do have some new features inside of V3, which are going to be great tools for you guys to utilize in communication with, like Kim, for example, as she's managing your projects, or Thomas, we have added in some project messaging features right in here. So you can come in at any time and send a message here, and everyone who's part of it can see that, including Kim, Thomas, or any other people who may be working on your projects as well. Maybe you have separate offices, maybe you have a west side and an east side office or something like that. Different members can see those messages. Even people in the field could see it from their mobile devices. So the messaging system is really awesome, and it's a new feature in V3. And then at any time, you can also see project messages by selecting the message tab. And then that would show you all of the messages across all of the projects. So that's going to be a feature that's going to, help you guys manage your projects. Depending on the number of projects you have, if you have a bunch of them, you have one spot where you can see messages as well. So we'll jump back over into projects, and I'm just going to walk through how you would create a new project, but I am going to put it inside of a demo company real quick here, so we don't mess up somebody's portal. Here we go. So we're going to go into this company, and we're going to create a new project. And it's very simple. I mean, it's super straightforward. There's only like 10 fields that you guys have to put in here. So we're going to put this to the right company. There we go. We do have a municipality set up that is actually Austin. And so all of your projects will be in the Austin municipality. And so you don't want to choose any of the other ones, because if you end up in Florida, you'll be in a mess then, let me tell you. So in this particular case, I'm just going to put in a little test project here, test form. Maybe you could give me an address, Thomas, for the Austin area?
Let's do 1117 S 4th Street.
S 4th?
4th Street.
4th Street. And that's in Austin?
I believe so.
It doesn't like it. 1117.
Back it all up. Sorry about that. Let's go 1407.
1407.
Quail Run Road.
Quail Run
Road.
There we go.
In Pflugerville.
Okay, there we go. So basically I've created the project there, and it kind of located the address, and the same thing will work for you guys. When you start typing the address in, it's going to guide you to get the correct address. We're going to put in a pool here. We'll just say 20,000 gallon pool in ground. The description is there for you guys to have information about it. So whatever you wanted to put in there, that's the more detailed, the better. So I'm going to go ahead and create that project. And it'll pop right up here in a minute. Wow, it's running slow. Probably because there's so many people on. Oh boy, hate when that happens.
Quite all right. Folks, you're going to see a few things on this software that we don't use here in Austin quite yet. The folks in
Exactly.
Florida are allowed to do all their permits and all their project submissions and permit requests through a third-party inspection service. So we haven't quite got there yet, but just know that there are facets of this that are used in a broader scope. But we're relegated to doing inspections for this ISPSE 2018 right now. Thanks, Marvin.
Fantastic.
Looks like we're back
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so here we go. So I'm inside of the project now, and you can see it's just, it has the basic address information. And so we only created the beginnings of it. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, there's a new permit, because you guys already have the permit by the time you get into the system, or you're in a PR mode, I believe is the correct language that you guys use there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, hey, this is a new permit. And so when you come down, you're going to choose a permit type, and the only choice that's in there is pool combo. So you're going to be picking that because that's what you guys do in that market so far. In the future, we may add other things, but right now, that's what you're going to choose. Would you have like a sample permit number for me?
Yeah,
Thomas?
that'd be a BP
Okay, BP.
2022 2022 dash 12345. That's the format that Austin uses.
There we go. So we do have we have an expiration date here, but I don't know that that's relevant for you guys. We use that in Florida here because we have 180 days. But so we're just going to leave that blank. I mean, you can do that. And so it's going to go ahead and it's going to create your permit project. So you can see here you have a pool combo and the building permit number is in there. And so now we would be ready to start doing all sorts of things. We can load documents in here. We can come in and say, I'm going to go ahead and do a demo for that real quick. We could say add other documents, and we could choose document types, like you would want to put maybe like your plans or something like that on here. So
Right.
you could go to, sorry?
Yeah, we're going to need your construction plan, your
Mhm.
pump curve, and an attempt at an APSB 7 and 15 form. That's where we're going to put those documents now.
There you go. So we could come into plans, we could choose a plan document, and we could put in a plan document right here, and then we could upload it. I'll go ahead and grab something real quick, just anything. I have tons of choices here, but we'll find something.
Is that a Chinese food menu?
There. Was it? I had Chinese last weekend. It's possible, you guys. Let's see here. I was trying to find my boy. I know he's in here. Too many. I've worked on too many projects today, you guys. You can see them all in here, right? Here we go. Here's a good one. Here's a full plan set. So I'll just drop this in there. And it takes a minute to load. This is a full house plan set. And so once it finishes loading, then I can say upload, and it's going to load the plan set in there. So you guys see that? And so this would give Thomas access to the document, so he can view the plan set, he can view the individual documents. I don't know all the documents that you guys have to use there, but I'll just put another I'll put another document in here so that you could just see how I could put other ones in here. And then this could be like a calculation form or something like that. Okay. So whatever you guys have to put in here, you can specify that and load it in, and you'll see now that quickly loaded in as well. So I've got a plan set here, and I've got any additional documents that he might need to view, for the inspection process with you guys. So that's how you load the documents in and get it ready to go. Now, one of the things that we do in Florida that you guys don't do is we do plan review here, but you won't be doing plan review. So you're going to just come right up here to the top and you're going to say skip plan review. And then it's going to move you right into a state where you guys are ready to perform the inspections. Okay, so you can see right here, it's preloaded in the inspection requirements that you have. And if there's something extra that needs to be done, you can always add an additional inspection in there. Like if there's any type of fourth inspection that you need to do, you can just come right in here and type it right in. Okay, and there's no inspection code for it. So once again, there's a lot of features in here for multiple states and different things. So, but I could go ahead and put in a additional inspection. You see that right there? So if there was another inspection that needed to be added on, but it defaults to the ones that you guys do in your municipality. And so that's what we wanted to do. So I'll go ahead and clean that out real quick.
Yeah, that fourth
Okay.
inspection is there in the event that you're building the pool at the same time as the house and you need
Mhm.
to stub out your equipment next to the pool to prevent it from being damaged. We just call that in as a fourth inspection to add some pictures of the equipment trench.
Fantastic. So there you go. That's perfect. And if you need to add that in, Thomas, you can add that right in there and go. But it'll default to these three, which are the ones that you're doing. And if we need to change that, we can change that in the future, Thomas. So the next thing I'm going to show you is now we would be ready to start scheduling these. So whenever you guys say, okay, it's been whatever time and you're ready to start scheduling, then we're going to go through the process to schedule those inspections. And if you look right up here under actions, you can see this schedule inspections tab, and right there it is. It's ready. You could load in your technicians when you're loading in your field people. I don't have any technicians in here right now, but you could load your field people in there so they get identified as part of the inspection process. But you don't have to have them in there. Like if you only have one or two people that are doing it, then you don't have to have them. But I would encourage you to build your technicians out so that they're in there. So it's a regular calendar picker and time picker. You guys all know how to use this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up the pre-layout inspection, and we'll leave it for today. We'll say it's for today, and we'll assign it for whatever time. We'll go later in the day. Let's see, what time is it now? It's like 3:15 where I'm at here in Florida. So I'll set it up for 3 o'clock and I'll say schedule. And it takes a minute to run it, and then it's scheduled. And so now you can look right here to the left and you can see this activity is sitting over here, but it hasn't been assigned on our side. So we have to assign this to an inspector for it to become active so that you guys can do it. Because if there's nobody on the other end, you can't do an inspection. So that's going to be right over here under schedule. I got to take us into a particular customer so we don't have 100 inspections in front of us. So here is the inspection that we created. And so on our side, our people are going to be going in and assigning this to an inspector. So I'm going to click on the assign inspector. This wouldn't be something you guys would have to do, but I'll go ahead and assign it to myself. And there we go. So now it's an assigned inspection. And when we go back into our projects, you'll see that it is now assigned. See it down here. Now we could join this inspection. And so we've created a scheduled appointment. We've got it assigned. It's ready to go. So we could connect and we could perform this inspection. And I have this join feature that's right here. As the inspector, this would be my view. I would be looking at this join. And then on your side of it, you would also have that join capability. You would be logged in, you know, in your fashion that you log in, but you might be on a phone, for example, in the field instead of on a desktop. So the view that you have right now is a desktop view. And so cross your fingers and hope this works okay. I want to show you guys a phone view of how this works. So let's see if I can make this happen. Cross your fingers.
Again, just an there we go. Good job. Just an update. There is a Q&A section on this webinar. It's down at the bottom, a little bit to the left. If you do have any questions, please type them there and we'll address them as we receive them.
Or in the webinar form.
So I happen to be an inspector too here in the great state of Florida, and also in Texas. Actually, I'm ICC certified. So let's see if I can get this bad boy to let me in. There we go. All right. So if you were looking on your phone, this is the view that you would have. So right off the bat, I want to make sure I'm in the right customer. So we're not looking at any. You guys won't have to deal with this. I just have to deal with it because of, you know, the different ones. So right off the bat, you can see there's our project, the very first one, the 1407, we know, and we know we have inspections for there. Okay, and I come down and you see, this is the actual view that would be on your phone. You see, I have a join button that's available there. And so there's notifications that you get via email and also bi-directional text when you turn that on. And so you'll actually get text messages when it comes up and you start to join an inspection. And you also get emails if you have email on your phone as well. So you can see now, all I would have to do as the person who's on the other side of the inspection is just click join. And it's actually going to take me into the inspection. Okay, and so you can go, it's waiting for me to join on the other side. So let's see if I can pull this off, you guys. Right, see if I can stop sharing. Stop share. And I'm going to go back to this one. I want to show you both sides of it, okay? Now we're back over here. You can see my screen, right? Can you see it, Thomas? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I lost you guys. There we go. So I'm going to say join on this side, and we should have 2 connections. And I just got notification. All right. And so we'll see. Now it's starting to come up. It's going to show OBS on here because it's blocking it. But why is it waiting for other party to join? Should show me joined on here. All right. Well, so much for that, you guys. I don't think it's gonna play out just correctly with my view. I apologize because I'm trying to work too many things in 2 places. I don't think I worked it right, but so you would be able to see from the phone the inspection as well. And so, like I said, I kind of blew that one, didn't I?
It's all right, Marvin. We'll have a learning curve. But basically, you'll have an interface on your phone. There'll be some familiar buttons to use to flip the camera around and walk us around the job site. This is what the inspector is going to see. This is what I'm seeing when you guys are walking around your job sites, making notes. We will be capturing video and pictures. Same questions, same scenarios, similar projects, just a different interface.
Yeah, so really, I mean, basically, this is the interface right here, and you have audio, and you have the ability to see and flip your camera and so forth. And this is what it's going to be. And so I apologize that I can't actually show you the video right now because, well, once again, I'm doing too many parts at one time. And so that's exactly what it would be. And I know exactly why it didn't work because I didn't do the override. That's why, and select the activity. But anyways, like I said, that's a inspection part. And so the inspection part isn't really going to change that much other than you're only going to log into, hold on, let me take this one off so I can start sharing with the other one. There we go. Wow, that was rough. Okay, so back to reality. Yeah, I have to do a couple of things on this side to actually make the inspection start, and that's what I didn't do, and that's why I didn't complete it, unfortunately. So now I could pass this inspection and move on, but this is the inspection side, so you guys won't be dealing with that part of it in general. But you can see we do that stuff, and then we would complete this appointment. And it's going to go ahead and close that. And when we come back, you can see that we have that completed appointment on this side and it's passed. And that's the part that you will see. So you won't see the inspection portion of it, only the part that's on the phone that I didn't deliver. Maybe next time I will better though. But you can see how that works. And I could go in, you know, I could schedule all of them ahead of time, or I could schedule them when they're ready. You see, I completed that inspection. Maybe it's a couple weeks before I'm ready to schedule the rest of it. I could say, okay, I'm going to schedule the pre-shell and I'm going to put it for next Monday. And I'm going to put that at 10 a.m. and I could schedule that. And then I could also come in and I could schedule the final and say, I'm going to do the final, which would never happen, but well, maybe it would. I mean, I'll set that for Friday the 30th and schedule that. And so you can see all of your scheduled appointments here, you know, ahead of time. So you can pre-schedule it and you can say, okay, this is the time we're going to do it. And if you need to change it, you can reschedule it. You have a reschedule button that's on there, which would let you change it. So let's say if I can't make the 30th, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to change it to something else. I'll change the time on it. There we go. And I'll say reschedule. Okay. And if you need to change it to another day, then you would cancel it or recreate it for another day. So you can postpone inside of one day, and you can cancel, reschedule, whatever you need to do to make it work. And Kim and the team they're going to help you get your schedule right and keep moving forward as you need to. So any questions about that part of it?
I'm not seeing any questions popping up on that portion of it. What
Awesome.
I did get an inquiry about is how the company setup is going to be done. I believe we've set up every company that we work with on this platform, but how are users created, added, and assigned jobs?
So I've come down to the user tab, which is right over here on the left, the users tab. And then we have the same interface for new. And it's really about as simple as it can be. Basically, you have an email address that you're going to put inside of there. And whoever that email address is, you type it in there, and then you're going to assign them a role. And so the roles that would be available would be, let me just try that again. I'll just put myself in there. And then there's various roles that are available, but you guys are going to be choosing, sorry about that. You'll be using like an admin or, see, I have more choices on here because I'm on the management side of it, but you'll have like an account manager. I think there's a couple of other choices you guys have too. A regular admin, an account owner is what it is. An account owner, an account admin, and I think that's the only choices that you have. So you would be choosing one of those two to put in there. So that would be the choices that you would have: account owner, an account admin. And so the owner is going to have a little more power inside of the system, to where the admin is only going to be basically doing like uploading stuff and, you know, changing statuses and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that? Does that cover it? Any other comments about that section? It's really fairly simple to add users in. There's also a technician that's in there, and that's where you would add your technicians app, is in that location.
So Marvin, are account owners and contractors and technicians all able to schedule and perform inspections?
So the answer would be yes, but the notifications and stuff are going to go to the person that is assigned to that task. So like if you put a technician in there, that's the person that's going to get the notifications. So, but yeah, I mean, an account owner could do just like I did. They could go in and click join, and they could join the inspection.
So there's no more division between contractor and account owner. You don't have to keep two separate email addresses.
Nope.
That's been fixed.
Thank goodness, right? That's a biggie. That's a real biggie there. That was a nightmare for people to be able to use the desktop version and also the app. And so I think there is an app in the future, but right now you don't need it, because even though I didn't do a great job at it, you saw my actual phone connecting to the app. And so it does work. It works very well, and it's fairly simple. It's just trying to do too many parts with one connection. So, but yeah, that's how you do the users. Like, so the users are where the action is. You go in, you can add a new user. It's very simple. And the roles that you're going to have available are going to be those few things. You're going to have an account admin, an account owner, a technician. And I think that's it. There's not that many. I'm sorry I don't have that view for you. I tried to have that set up ahead of time too, but I didn't quite have it done. So we've covered schedule, we've covered users. And the messaging feature is really pretty straightforward. Let me just go ahead and demonstrate the power of that for you guys real quick. Because we could go in here and I can put a test message in here. Under project messages, I can say, this is a project message. And so the thing is that even though I'm 1,000 miles away from Kim and Thomas and even from you guys, you could log into that record and you could look at it and you could see that message right now. And then not only that, it's going to be listed under the messages field as well. You can say this is a project message. And so you know, you can filter these out by different things, like I can filter by company, but so you can see how you have a time and a date and stamp, so you can go to one place and see notes on all of your projects. So that's what this view is for. This view is so as you're looking at the overall view of all of your projects, you can see all the messages related to it, and it's in a timeline. And so that's a great tool for you guys that you didn't have in V2 that you'll find super powerful. Like if you leave a message in there for the team in Texas, they might not be sitting right there. They might be on an inspection. They might be working on other projects, but they're going to come back in and they're going to see that message and be able to respond to you guys. And so that's the beauty of the messaging system. So any other questions?
Yeah, that also allows for a company owner or a scheduler to look at this setup and see what messages have gone back and forth. Whereas in the old way, we were sending text messages to each other.
Exactly.
And that wasn't real trackable and present. Or if, God forbid, somebody loses their phone or needs to transition to another phase in their life, they take those text messages with them while these are still here. We have a question from Dave. So one account for each office contractor, main email address, and multiple users under that umbrella, question mark?
Okay, so I mean, yeah, you could create, you know, a single user. Like I can spawn multiple instances of the app in my single login. So, but I would just tell you, you're going to lose traceability and functionality. So it would be way better if everybody had their own account, because that's how you know who does what and touches what on records. So let's say, for example, you know, you're setting stuff up and inspections keep getting canceled or something like that. Like, wouldn't you want to know who's canceling those inspections? If you only have one account, you're not going to know who did what. So that's the only thing I would say about that is you can do that. You can have a single email address and, you know, 10 people could log in under that. I've done it. I've done multiple instances of the same application. So there you go.
Marvin, I think the question is a little bit more, we have created the company shell, and you're, as users, are able to put your user email, name, and type. And so you guys can fill those blanks in as you see fit, and they'll all be developed underneath that company umbrella. So there's not one parent email. There's a parent company that doesn't have a signed email and multiple users. Correct, Marvin?
That's 100% correct. There's not a single email address. There's a, you know, you can see, like, we have a huge list of users for different companies. And so, yeah, you can assign different roles, and you can have an unlimited number of users can be assigned into the system. Okay.
All right. So Marvin, you've covered setting up their accounts, adding users, developing projects, performing inspections. What else do we need to go over as far as V3 is concerned?
We did scheduling. We did documents.
Yep.
So documents are really important, you guys. I mean, if you don't have plans in there, they can't complete their inspections. And also, you know, as you become more robust, that's where your documents are going to live coming back to you as well. So in the future, as we develop automation and documents, you would see those reports available to you there. And, you know, you also have the ability to manage your projects and information across all of your projects as well. Oh, I know one thing that we do need to talk about. So what happens is that when you come in and you create a project, it's going to live in this new category. And so that project that we created early on right here is now in the issued status. So if you look across the top, you'll see we have a status here called issued. And when I come to that status here, I can go ahead and open it up and we can look at it. And so once Thomas has finished all the inspections and we're all done and everything's complete and everything, we're going to mark this as inspections complete. Now, once again, we have a lot of functionality here in Florida that we do, so it's going to move into different states. We're going to go ahead and move it all the way out to archive.
Yep.
So you guys are going to have 3 states that are really going to be relevant for you in the Texas market, okay? You're going to have new, which is where it's going to be when you create it. So you're going to create a new project and it's going to live in new. And then once everything's all ready to go and you put the permit number in there and we've created the inspection types and everything, and we click the button that says it's all good to go, it's going to move over to this status of issued. Okay, and then after it moves into issued, you're going to go through the process, and that's where it'll live until you complete all of the required inspections. And one of the team members on the Texas team moves that into where it's actually archived. And then you guys will always have access to look at the information that lives there in the archive folder. And so those tabs across the top, even though there's a lot of them there, those are the three that you guys need: new, issued, and archived.
Thank you, Marvin.
Okay.
I'd like to open up the floor to any questions. Please feel free to raise your hand. Your mic will be activated and you're free to ask questions. Otherwise, we did have a number of Q's and A's in the question and answer section. For those of you who have asked them, I believe we have fielded them. Again, to reiterate, we will not be an app-based tool. We will be only web-based. So don't go looking in the app store for an app. But Kim would like to mention something.
All right, I hope can you guys hear me, Marvin? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So I'll be handling the scheduling on my end. I just want to let you know that just because you chose a time, I can actually see Thomas's real live schedule. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get the time slot that you want. But I will be in communication with you on that, as I typically am in communication with you for scheduling. So definitely put in your preferred time. If he has a meeting already set up there, I will reach out to you and suggest another time, or just ask you to choose a different time. So
Come on, Kim, I want 10 o'clock.
yeah, I have a couple of those.
Oh, fantastic. Wow. So this is really great. No questions. I was really preparing for like some really good hard questions. So, but guess that means I did a good job in spite of my inspection.
Well, a copy of this recording will be published on our YouTube channel. We'll be sending out links to those. We do have two of them to choose from. So if you'd like the Kurt version, that's from last week's recording. Otherwise, we look for an email coming out early next week with your usernames,
Maybe,
passwords.
maybe.
As all things tech, we plan to be successful and understand when things become challenges. So we appreciate you guys being patient with us through this process. Know that this is a transition towards better communication, better inspections, and better tools for you to use to complete your third-party inspections. We had a quick question. So we log in via the web browser on our mobile phones when in the field. Yes, that is correct. We have gone 100% web-based. We see that apps are used to just collect your data and sell it to ad agencies. And running a web-based service allows us to be a lot more robust without the bloatware and junk on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you're using inspected.cloud. It's not inspected.com. I did the same thing myself many times. So inspected.cloud, and it does automatically adapt. So if you're using a tablet, which I like to use a tablet when I'm in the field, it adapts to that size as well. So you have, you can use multiple devices. You can use Android, iOS, Google, they all work. No worries, because it's web-based. That's another great part. You don't have to worry about every time somebody comes out with a new update, it breaks. So,
well, without further ado, I believe we have come to the end of our webinar. I believe Marvin's done a great job. Appreciate your help and helping to host this meeting. Appreciate Kim and all her hard work, and of course, everyone out there who's attending. We appreciate you guys joining us. Again, we will have a recording of this. And we had a quick question coming up. Do we need to create a new user and pass for the inspected.cloud?
I think they will have to.
You will have to. Once you get your username sent over to you, you can then log in and make any changes you see necessary. So this will be like, again, joining a new Amazon Prime or Netflix. You'll need to create a username and password, but your company will be created for you already. Hope that got your answer.
Well, the company shell will be.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. I got one more from John.
Do it in the old system, John.
If you If you have any inspections between now and the 27th, please continue to use V2. We will port that information over. Hopefully we don't have too much overlap, but the V2 system that you all know and tolerate is gone on January 1st, 2023.
Yeah, this week and next week we'll still be in V2. So just schedule it as usual, or email me or call me or whatever.
I believe we've got those questions answered from Brett and John. Oh, yep.
I'll call.
Yeah. But again, we appreciate your patience with this and appreciate your time and wish you guys happy holidays, safe.
Stay warm.
Yeah, and keep your project, please keep your project safe. I know we asked to pressurize the pipes with water, but that seems to be a bit of an issue when everything around it is freezing. So we understand the challenges that this poses, but we are here to partner with you to ensure that your pools are built safely, energy efficiently, and code compliant. So thank you very much for that.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.